Hello my loving Tiffany Thinks family. We're all parked up at the hospital. I'm just getting my PICC line. Oh my goodness, you can see it's all peeling off. I'm just getting this sorted out today, so it's going to be a very quick appointment. It's such a beautiful day. My mama's here.
Hello.
And we're both wearing the We Got This t-shirt. I always say this is the tie-dye one, so it's really nice and summery, and Emma's wearing the orange one. I always say whenever we go to the hospital we've got to wear the We Got This merch. There's always a link down in the description box below if you want one or if you know anyone that needs one. I think it's just a nice little gift to get someone, but yeah, this one's the tie-dye one and it's just perfect for summer. I'm so excited to get my PICC line cleaned. I've got my Tegaderm, you know, my Tegaderm dressing at the back in my bag, so I'm going to take that along with me. This just started to peel. I think where it's so warm outside, I don't know whether I was a little bit sweaty in the night and so it started to peel off, so it is very much needed. Like you can see, it needs to kind of be sorted out. And then, you know, they take this off and then they put this cold solution on my skin. It honestly feels so nice, so I'm very excited to have this done. I was telling the nurse when she was doing it, it reminds me of, you know, when you've had a long day and then you come home and you take your bra off. That's the feeling. It's like, oh, finally. That's that's what this feels like. So yeah, let's go and get this sorted out. Are you okay, Mama?
Okay.
There's Mama Bear. We're gonna go in and get this sorted. It shouldn't take that long. And then I also want to get my eyebrows done, which is crazy because I haven't done it in a very long time, but it needs to be done. Do you need to do yours? No, yours is good. Yours is good. Yeah, I haven't done mine in a very long time. It's at a point where it's just growing. It's become one eyebrow. So I need to sort it out and make it two again. Right, let's go. Oh, it's such a beaut day. I left my sunglasses in the car. Where's your sunglasses? In the car. We both left our sunglasses in the car. Yeah, this shouldn't take too long, hopefully. We just go in, get the PICC line sorted out, and then we come out. I've got my Tegaderm in here. There it is in my bag. I brought this along with me to show the nurse. This is the one that works for me. Hiya, I have an appointment, Tiffany. No, it looks really quiet today. I don't want to jinx it. Oh my goodness. Never again. So quiet today, so I think where the sun's out, I don't know. It's a little bit later, but I did expect it to be super busy, but it's not. So we shouldn't be here too long. My eye is still the same. Nothing's changed, but that's okay, that's fine. I think my camera might be broken. I don't think it's broken, but the screw came off, but I've got the screw, so hopefully Matt can just put it back together. It's just where the viewfinder, you know, the top part, it's just kind of on a slant. It should be okay. Yeah, oh my god, some water. Thank you. Cheers.
The best cups, that's why they're giving cups. We won't take it there.
Ah, apparently you have to ask for a cup. I also need to wash my hair as well. That's why I kind of put it up. It was a little bit greasy at the top. So I need to wash my hair and just, I feel like once I get my eyebrows done, wash my hair, I'm going to feel like a new person. I think I need to just freshen up, you know. I've kind of been a little bit not looking after myself. Hello. Out of the hospital now. It took longer because they thought that the PICC line was coming out, so it's at 8 centimeters now, but if it's more than 10, they thought I needed to have a chest x-ray just to make sure the PICC line is in. I'm going to ask my doctor, I don't know if I can, I don't know if it's too late, if I can have a port instead of a PICC. I'm going to ask the doctors when I see them next, because I think a port is a lot easier, and if I'm going to have chemo for a while, I might as well see if I can have the PICC line removed. I've had a port before, but it's something I'll talk to the doctors about. It's not that important. If they say no, that's fine. because I've already got the PICC line in, so we'll just figure it out. I think the port's easier to kind of manage. It's not pain, I just want to give my skin a break. Yeah, so basically, you know where I have the PICC line, if it comes out too much, it just means the PICC line's not situated properly, but it's okay. She did check on it, and then she also called the team that does the PICC line, and they said if it's less than 10, you're fine. So it's at 8 now, so they'll just keep an eye on it. I'm just so glad that I didn't have to have an x-ray. They were going to do a chest x-ray to make sure that the PICC line was in, but it's fine because it's less than 10. I don't know if any of that made sense, but I've got my Capri Sun here. I'm going to have a little bit of a drink. I'm not going to think about this now. Let's go and get my eyebrows done. And get on with the day. Are you okay, Mama? Mama panics because...
No, I think you are coming late. You know what happened? Next time you put it all the time, this one.
No, it's not that. It's just being pulled out. The wire, the PICC wire is pulling out.
I know, always you are walking like that. Really.
No, because it's good to let the skin breathe. It's not that. It's just coming out. So it's not anything that I'm doing. It's just coming out. So we need to just keep an eye on it.
Too long, man.
It's not too long, it's just coming out. Sometimes it comes out. I thought it just, because I don't have that secure thing, it's more likely to come out. So just need to, when I get the PICC line clean and when I get blood test done, I just need to make sure I'm checking on it and telling the nurse as well, telling them about it. But they're so good, they check on everything. I didn't even know anything about this till now. And in my head I thought, oh my goodness, if the PICC lines come out, that's just another thing that I need to sort out right now, you know. And thank God it's absolutely fine. It's not come out fully. Eyebrows done. I'm taking this off because it's so hot. I just want to let this area breathe. Yeah, I'm so happy my eyebrows are done. I'm now going to go wash my hair and I'm going to feel like me. I feel like eyebrows make such a difference, doesn't it? Yeah. It was so needed, honestly. It was really needed. And you know, I had to, you know when you do eyebrow threading, you have to hold your arm up. And honestly, my neck was in so much pain. And then there was a moment where I was like, and I said, listen, I didn't want to tell her what was going on. I just said, sorry, I've got a bit of neck pain. But you have to hold your arm up like this to hold the brow. And I kept thinking, you know what, it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna have nice eyebrows. But yeah, I'm gonna put the air conditioning on. It's boiling up. Ooh. Hello, my loving Tiffany Thinks family. It's a few days later. I haven't picked up the camera. I think the last time we spoke was when I was getting my PICC line cleaned with Amma. I'm back at the hospital now. I'm getting a blood test because I have chemo tomorrow. So what usually happens, I don't know if, can you see me? I hope you can see me. It's really, really sunny today. Yeah, so what usually happens is before you have chemo, well for me anyways, I don't know if this is for everyone, pretty sure it should be. But before I have chemo, they want to do a blood test and they check to see all the levels to see if I'm okay for the next lot of chemo. So that's why I'm here today. It is first thing in the morning and I haven't picked up the camera, and the reason for it was because I spent time with Amma and it's been really nice just to kind of be in the moment and just be with my loved ones. I feel like with everything that's been going on, I haven't really picked up the camera. I am going to be better. I am in a better place mentally. I have moments where I'm still kind of in shock with what's going on. And I have moments where I cry a lot. But I think that's just normal, you know, with everything that's going on and with my life at the moment. It's kind of crazy. And when I think about it, sometimes when I'm on my own, sometimes when I'm driving on my own on the motorway, I have little tears coming down my eyes, and then the only thing I can do is pray, right? And I know there's moments where I'm kind of questioning, like, why is this happening, and what, sorry, there's people going past, I don't want to film them. Yeah, I get moments where I'm kind of angry and sad, and then I'm okay again. It's just, yeah, it has been a roller coaster of emotions, but I do feel a lot better mentally and I'm getting there, you know. I am definitely getting there. And do you know what I have been watching? Well, I finished watching yesterday, was on Amazon, We Were Liars. Honestly, I didn't read the book. If you've read the book, then you already know the ending. I just didn't predict the ending at all. I was crying so much. I think it's because I didn't expect that ending. Have you watched We Were Liars? If you haven't, just be prepared that it is a lot, and I couldn't believe it. I don't know. I thought it was kind of, I just didn't expect that ending. So I don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's on Amazon and it's called We Were Liars. It is a heavy watch. You know, normally I recommend kind of light-hearted, girly, cheesy, romantic shows. This one is a heavy watch, so just a little warning there, but it is something I am telling everyone to watch. I'm telling all my cousins, like, have you watched it? You have to watch it. And I told my sister as well, I was like, you have to watch We Were Liars, because it's one of those shows that, I think it's because I wasn't expecting the ending, so I was like shocked, just shocked. But yeah, let's go in, let's get the blood test done, and then I also have the appointment with the doctor to sign me off for chemo. But what she likes to do is just to see how I am, see how the neuropathy is, and I'm also going to ask her with the PICC line. I think it's okay. I don't need a port line. I don't need a port, but I'm going to ask her, is there any way that I can change from the PICC to the port? I don't know if it's a thing, because you know how it's all connected and it's a procedure. So they might say, you know what, we don't want to put your body through that procedure to get the port in, because it is kind of using anesthetic to get it in and things. So I guess if I need to just stick with the PICC, I'll stick with the PICC. It's not that big of a deal. I am so thirsty, so thirsty. Also, in regards to my eye, it's still kind of like nothing's changed there, so it's still smaller. Kind of getting to a point where I'm not kind of thinking about it as much as I used to. Oh my goodness, I was thirsty. Drink some water. If you haven't had enough water today, make sure you drink loads and loads and loads. I am wearing my tie-dye, I don't even know because it's so bright with the sun. I'm wearing my tie-dye We Got This t-shirt, and I always say whenever we go to the hospital we got to wear the We Got This merch. There's always a link down in the description box below, so if you want one or if you know someone that you think needs one, there's always a link down below. Let's go and get this blood test done, and I think it's blood test first, and then I have a little bit of a wait, and then I see the doctors. I have brought my bullet journal with me because I'm going to sit down in between the blood test and seeing the doctor. There's going to be a gap, so I'm just going to sit down and write down in my bullet journal, just write down everything that I want to write down, and appointments, and just, you know, my gratitude page. I feel like it's nice and early this morning, so I know I'll have time to write in there. It is such a beautiful morning, honestly, so happy. Hiya, hello. I have a blood test appointment with my PICC line, and then I've got an appointment with the doctors after.
Can you check in again?
For the, yeah, thank you so much, thank you. I'm all checked in now, so it's very quiet. I'm gonna have they're gonna do heights, weight, blood pressure check as well, and heart rate check. They check all of that, then it's blood test, then it's seeing the doctors. So a few things that need to be ticked off, and then I'll be ready for chemo tomorrow. I'm gonna put the camera away because it's very quiet in here.
You are.
Brilliant, thank you so much. Thank you, bye-bye. Blood test is done, and now I'm waiting on the doctor's appointment. Oh, let me clean the camera. I am all signed off for chemo now, and my tumour markers are really high, really high. So my CEA and CEA 19.9, so that's really high. It's gone from 300 to 600, like it's in the 600s, which is stressing me out because that's very high. I can't think about it because I'll cry. I don't want to cry, I'm just put the air conditioning on. Yeah, I don't know what to do. How can my tumour markers be this high? It's so high. I've only had 2 cycles of chemo, so she said don't think about it too much because you've only had 2 cycles of chemo, and you know what, I stopped asking about tumour markers, but today, I don't know why, I just said, oh, how are my tumour markers? Because she said, oh, you know, got the blood test results. I just said, I just wanted to know, like, are the tumour markers getting worse or getting better? She said it went from, like, last time it was 300 to now being in the 600s. It's like quite a big jump, isn't it? But I'm trying not to. I'm gonna have to just drive. Let me just drive, because if I talk, I'll cry. So let's just go home. I'm home now. I didn't want to talk in the car because I was just kind of overthinking things. I'm gonna make myself a little sandwich and a cup of tea, and I'm gonna watch some tennis as well. Are you watching the Wimbledon? Are you guys watching Wimbledon, the tennis this year? I'm gonna put it on and just have it on in the background and just have an easy kind of easy time and just not think too much about anything. I need some food. I think if I have some food in me, I'm going to feel a lot better. I did ask the doctors about, you know what, I'll talk to you after I've had some food, because I feel like, you know, I don't want to talk too much, because I feel like when I talk I think, and then I don't want to think. So when I have some food, I'm going to feel better. Then we'll have a little chit chat. I'm watching the tennis, which is nice. It's just such a nice watch, isn't it? Just to have tennis on, and I love Wimbledon, but I also like watching, I watched the French Opens as well. I've just been enjoying, it's such a nice watch. Do you know what I mean? It's really, I feel like it's just a nice, easy watch, and everyone's really good, really good. I do think the final, I don't know when this video is coming out, but I feel like the final is going to be, I don't know, I don't want to predict it. Alcaraz and Sinner? I don't know. Where's my phone? It was those two in the French finals, wasn't it? And then Alcaraz won. Yes, so sorry, I was watching the TV. I've got shorts on. I just put on some shorts because it's so hot, and I'm sitting on the floor because I just feel comfortable. I just feel really comfortable. I feel a lot better. I think, sorry if you're on a wonk, I didn't even sort the tripod out. I'm just kind of balancing you on some pillows. Yeah, I went to see the doctor and she signed me off for chemo, and I asked her about changing this over to a port just to make it easier for me. And you know, this is so hot, especially with the heat. It just makes this really sticky, and I just remember the port was easier. I used to have a port here. You can see the mark. I used to have a port here, and then when I was starting this treatment, I think it was easier to get the PICC line in. I think there is a waiting list for the port, and she said she's going to find out if I can have the port now, just because I'm having treatment. We don't want any delays on the treatment as well, so she's going to find out and let me know. I just said to her, don't worry if you can't. If we can get a port, that's great. If we can't, it's fine. I'm used to this. I'll just have to deal with it a little bit longer. I don't want my treatment to stop just because I'm having the port done. I need to keep having chemo. I've had some time to think about the tumour markers, and I think with the tumour markers, I can't think too much about it. It is going up and up and up, and there is quite a big jump from 300 to in the 600s now. So it is a big jump, but when I have my blood test next time, I will ask about the tumour markers, and I think it is something I should be, I used to be really good. I used to write it down in my bullet journal. I used to write down the CEA and the CA99 number, and I used to be very good at finding out what it was. Then it just kept fluctuating, and then I was like, right, this is messing me up, and I don't need to know. You know, the doctors are aware, and I don't need to know. But today made me realize that in the 600s is very high, and she asked me, how do you think this is? Like, do you think it's getting bigger? How do you think? Like, what do you think about this? And I said to her, to be honest, I don't think it's getting bigger, but I don't know. She just said, well, just usually what happens is you have 6 lot of chemos and then you have a scan. But she said, if you feel, she said, depending on your symptoms and how I feel, I can have the scan sooner. I don't think it's getting bigger. So I'm gonna have the third lot of chemo tomorrow, and then I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna keep feeling this area in the next couple of weeks, and if I think it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, we might have to have the scan sooner. So I will kind of keep up to, like, I just need to be better at checking myself. I feel like it's a psychological thing, because today, I don't know whether it's because I know that the tumour markers are really, really high, but I feel like today this feels a lot bigger and harder, but I don't know, it could be a psychological thing, because I found out the tumour markers were high, so automatically I'm like, oh, is this getting bigger? Is this getting bigger? So yeah, and also I've only had two lots of this new chemo. The chemo is, what's it called again? It's oxyplatin and Folfox, so it's the new lot. Before I was on panitumumab, so I'm not on that anymore, and I've only had 2 lots of this, so we need to give it some time, you know, for it to start working. I can't, do you know, my initial reaction when I was coming out of the hospital was, I can't do this. Like, I can't always be upset. I can't always find out something and let it ruin my day. Also, I'm really, really hot. I feel like I'm very hot. Yeah, I can't let it ruin my day. So I got in the car and I was going to talk about it, and I thought the more I talk about it, the more I think about it, the more I'm gonna be upset about it, and it's going to ruin me. And I feel like I'm trying to get out of this dark space and dark place that I've been in. And when I keep hearing bad news, and I keep hearing one thing after the next, after the next, and the next, and it's like, oh, give me a break. Like, just give me a break. I can't, I don't want to deal with this anymore, you know, just give me a break. But in the same breath, it's one of those things, like, is it going to get better? Is it going to get worse? I just have to keep, it's so hard to kind of snap out of it, and it's so hard for me not to be angry and upset. And there's moments where I'm asking God, like, what is it? Why is this all happening? And I'm tired, you know, when you just feel like you're so tired of it all. And for me, I'm never gonna give up on God, and for me that's the thing that keeps me going. I can't give up. And but there are moments where I'm asking God, why is this happening, and why does it feel like it's all, I know it's not just me, but it feels like a lot in such a small space of time. And you know, when you ask those questions, I'm just tired. I'm just so tired of it all. And I won't get the answers that I'm asking for, which is fine. I just have to, and I know I'm not the only person that's asking God these questions. I know there's loads of us that are asking, why is this happening, and why does this happen, and questions that we won't get answers to. And I just feel like I'm tired. I'm so tired and numb of it all, about everything. And so that's why I feel like I can't let another piece of information bring me down, because I already have a lot going on in my mind, and I'm trying to get through and process everything else. And then on top of that, to hear about the tumour markers, I'm like, right, I can't do anything. That's what I said to the doctor. She asked me how I was, and I just said, it's a feeling that I can't really tell, like, I can't explain. It's like I'm living my life, but in the same breath is, my whole life has changed, you know, my whole life has completely changed, and it's all out of my control. Nothing I can do. There is nothing I can do, you know, and it's hard to come to terms with that, you know, when I'm trying to do the things that make me happy, and I'm trying to live every single moment, but in the back of my mind, I've got this pain in my neck, and I've got this ache, and my body is so different, and my arm, everything is just, and my eye, you know, it's just a constant reminder of what's going on. And you know what's crazy about all of this as well is I'm trying. I think I'm trying so hard. Sorry, have just gone on and on and on. The craziest thing, I'll be honest, the craziest thing about all this is there's still people online that think I'm lying about having cancer. Isn't that the craziest thing ever? Like, how can I pretend? Like, look at my eye. I just think I can't, I'm not here to prove to those people that I don't know how much more I can show you, you know? And I just think, if you don't believe I have cancer, like I've shown you me coming out of intensive care, I've shown you having chemo, I've shown you going to the hospital. If you think that all of this is a lie, that's fine. You know what, I can't help you. I'm so sorry, I can't help you, because I'm literally trying to focus on me, you know, I'm trying to focus on this life and my life, and trying to process everything else that's going along with it, trying to be there for my family, for my friends, for my Loving Tiffany Thinks family. I know when I don't post a video, I know so many of you get worried, and so for me, that's what's important for me, to be there for the people that have been there for me, you know. And if you think all of this is a lie, I can't help you, I'm sorry. There's not much I can do. Find someone you enjoy watching, and maybe this channel isn't for you. And even if you do watch and you find it, if it helps you, you know how people say hurt people hurt people? If it helps you get through your day by saying that I'm lying about all this, then do you know? I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, I've got a lot on, right? I've got so much that I need to focus on, and this life is so short. It's so short, and we only get one life. So we have to live it to the maximum, and we have to be happy. And for you, if it makes you happy picking on me, do you? Do you? I'm not going to stop you. I won't stop you. I haven't got the energy. You know, I actually haven't got the energy. Like, for me, all my energy has to go on my loved ones. And what I've got from this, all of this, is that we get one life. And I feel like when something like this happens, when you get told like you have cancer and your life changes so drastically, you look back at your past life and you think, oh my goodness, why did I prioritize this? Why did I prioritize that? And you realize how precious your life is. And I think that's what I want to say, is just know you get one life. So if for you, if it makes you, I think you need to focus on what makes you happy. And if it means picking on me makes you happy, do you? You know, just do you, be happy. And I'm okay with that. I have to be okay with that, because for me, my life right now is so hectic, and I want a lot of my life, you know. I want to live for as long as possible. I want to be here for my loved ones. That's what's important to me. And it's so tough. It's so tough when you go to the hospital and then you're getting, when you find out just another piece of information. Like, I know for someone else the tumour markers is not a big deal, but I don't think it's ever been as high as it is now. And the fact that there was such a big jump from 300 to over 600, it's like, what? Like, how can it jump so much? It affects you, you know, and I can't let it do that. I really can't. Tomorrow is my chemo day, and I need all my energy for that, and I need to focus on chemo, and just every single chemo appointment is so important, because I just want it to work and help this area. I don't know. I just know the next lot of scans that I have, it's gonna be so scary. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna It's going to be so scary, but it's going to be okay. I'm not going to think too much ahead, because we've got the 3rd lot of chemo tomorrow, then we've got 4, 5 and 6, hopefully everything's okay, and then I will have a scan, and then we go from there. Yeah, but we're not thinking too far ahead. I have time. At the end of the month is my nephew's little birthday, my little nephew's birthday. He's going to be 8 years old. It'll be really fun to spend some time with him and the family, and he's just such a loving, caring boy. And I don't even know what to get him for his birthday. I'm thinking I'm gonna ask him, because he goes through phases. Sometimes he'll say, right, I want Lego. Sometimes he'll say, I want an outfit or trainers. So I might ask him, what would you like? Because I want him to love his present. So I might even take him to the toy shop and let him pick. That might be fun. I feel like I used to do that with him a lot, where we would go to the toy shop and he would love that. So I want to ask him if he wants to do that, or if he'd like me to get him a present. I also want to spend a day with him, so I might get him to come over for a sleepover. So there's things to look forward to. That's the thing. It is hard to put things in the diary because I am all over the place. But in the same breath, I kind of want to make these memories, and I want that. That's what's important to me, is that I'm not just kind of staying in. And I have been, I'm not gonna lie, there's moments where I'm like, right, yes, let's go make all the memories, and then there's some days where I'm like, oh, I don't want to get out, I just want to stay in, I just can't do it, I can't face another day. And so I have moments, but you know, sometimes that's okay. I need to tell myself I can't have every day where every day is making memories, because I'm tired, I'm physically tired, and the pain, there's some days where I think, right, the pain's okay today, and then some days where I'm like, I can't move. So it's just, yeah, it is one of those things. I'm trying, I'm not putting too much pressure on myself. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be okay. It will be okay in the end, you know. You just have to get through a few hurdles. I do think about the fact that, you know, I didn't have surgery, right? And I was devastated. You know, they were going to do the surgery, and then they decided it's not, the risk is just too much doing the surgery here. So then they said, we're not doing surgery, we'll just do the chemo. And initially, I think it's only recently I realised, imagine they did go ahead with having the surgery and everything, I signed everything, consent form all done, I went to have surgery. And imagine I didn't wake up. Imagine something went wrong, and I took the risk. Imagine imagine the doctors were like, yeah, let's take a risk. Or I was like, let's take the risk. I don't know. Imagine. And I didn't wake up after that surgery. That's kind of how I'm getting through it, because I'm thinking, God protected me. Imagine I went ahead with the surgery and something bad happened to me, and I didn't get to say goodbye to my loved ones. And you know, so I keep thinking about that, and I keep thinking, right, I know I was devastated, but in the same breath, maybe it's a blessing in disguise, and maybe the reason the surgery didn't happen was maybe something bad was going to happen, and no one was prepared for that, you know. So I don't know if that's a good way of thinking about things, but it's helping me get through that. You know, where I was devastated about not having surgery, that's what's helping me get through it, because there's moments where I think, oh, I wish they would just remove it and get it out. But obviously the doctors, I've talked to doctors as well, and they know if it's such a big risk, they wouldn't put me through it. And imagine something happened and I was in a coma, or the blood supply stopped going to my brain, and you know, there's so many risks that I really didn't think about, and I was more sad that the surgery wasn't happening. I think in my head, it was the surgery was going to happen and the cancer was going to be removed, right? And that's it, end of my cancer journey. That's kind of how my thought process was, but I'm trying to think of it in a different way, where imagine I went to have the surgery and the worst case scenario happened, and I have to think of it like that, because that's how I'm kind of getting through it. Does that make sense? I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm thinking about things, really. It's tough. It is tough. It's a lot, but you girls got this. We got this. And tonight for dinner we're gonna have, I was gonna make it before Matt came home because I've made this before, this chicken, you know, in Pizza Express they do pollo pesto, the chicken pollo pesto. It's absolutely yummy. So I've made that, but Matt said for me to wait for him because I didn't use chicken stock last time, so he said he'll come home early from work today anyway, so we'll just kind of cook together, which is a nice thing to do. I love cooking with him because he's really into food and flavors, and he's really good at kind of figuring it out, whereas with me I follow a recipe. I'm not very good at trying to, I don't like changing things. I'm very much like, oh, this is what it says in the recipe, so I'm not going to change it. So we're going to kind of figure out a new recipe. Also, cooking with your partner is just, cooking for me as well, I love when we're in the kitchen, and I learn a lot as well, so it is a nice thing to do. So we'll do that together later, and the kitchen is all nice and clean, so I'm just going to relax and watch a little bit of tennis. I'll show you our dinner as well. It's going to be pasta. We're not doing mushrooms in it. We're going to use broccoli because we have broccoli, and mushrooms is kind of hit and miss with me and my stoma. So broccoli works if I chew properly, and we kind of cut it down and it's really yummy. So we're going to do chicken, pesto, broccoli, pasta for dinner, I think. I know I have chemo tomorrow, so I need to just make sure I'm having a nice full meal, full dinner today. But yeah, how are you all? Is it hot where you are? I feel like it's just been very hot, but it's been nice. I feel happy when the sun's out, and it's nice in the evenings as well, because sometimes I'm kind of really sleepy. And then what happens is, like in the evening, what we'll do is we'll go sit in a park and have our picnic blanket and we'll watch the sunset, and it's really cute. So it's been really lovely. It's nice having the sun out. It has been really nice. I know in the UK, whenever it's really sunny, all of us, we don't know how to react because we're not used to the heat like this. We're very much used to cold, rainy weather. And so when it's really hot, we're all kind of sitting by our fans. Look at me, I'm sitting on the floor because I'm like, right, it's cold on the floor. Right, let me watch the rest of this game. We had dinner, it was delicious. Now we're here, we're gonna watch the sunset. I think we've made it in time.
Yeah, look at your face, the sun's on it.
No, but I think it's behind the clouds, so I think we're okay. Yeah, dinner was delicious. It was literally the same as Pizza Express pasta, honestly, top tier. I didn't vlog any of it because I was so busy watching the tennis as well. So it was just a bit like we were watching tennis, cooking, and yeah, eating. So I don't really understand this sunset because it's behind the clouds. The sun's behind the clouds. Will it move? I have to get up early for chemo tomorrow. Matt's taking me, my darling is taking me to chemo tomorrow. It's so cute because there's people over there. We should have brought our dinner up here and had dinner here. They're having dinner over there on the other side. It's so cute.